What's going on at Olive Garden?
Well, Olive Garden is a special place. I think that all of the most cracked out people decide that they want to eat pasta. Yeah.
Cracked.
Oh, absolutely.
Cracked out.
That's the correct word. That's actually probably lack of a better word.
Got it.
Today,
Cracked.
Today I had someone else. So at Olive Garden, they're like pretty known for their like endless breadstick salad soup, like that's well known. And so I go up to a guest and they've had one bowl of soup. I'm like, hey guys, are y'all ready for another chicken and gnocchi soup? Can I get you a refill? And the lady turns to me, she goes, oh, okay, like I appreciate you coming over, but like really, honestly, if we get another soup, we're not going to be able to eat the rest of our food now, are we? And I was like, girl, you know what? You're right. And I walked away and I was like, you bitch!
I see you have chosen the right path. Henceforth, you will be known as a WIMP. Welcome to the Worst Impressions Podcast. There's something strange in here. What's the deal with WIMPs? WIMPs, grilled onions, pepper jack cheese, and your own WIMP Nation.
Welcome to Worst Impressions. I am your host, Erik Anderson. Here at Worst Impressions, we get to know folks as guests into my dimension, the Wimpaverse. And each new guest is required to bring an impression to present at some point during the episode. Just remember, it's the worst, not the best. Join me in my journey through the podcast sphere. If you like what you hear, check out the Patreon for the show and help support. Link in the show notes. If you'd like to support the show for free, simply share the show. Send a link. Carve Worst Impressions into a bathroom stall. Put it in me. Tell your parents. Hey, scream it from the rooftops. Take your pants off. Turn around and then instead of butt cheeks, it's just my face. And if you remember after all that, hit that follow, subscribe, and or like button. And rate the show 5 stars. Let's get on with the show. Welcome, Rand and Naomi.
Hi.
All right. So, Naomi, you're a familiar face. You've been on here before. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do differently this time than last time?
I feel like every time I come on, things will only get better. Like, I can only go up from here. So, I just have to be myself and it's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Obviously.
That's you changing into a beautiful butterfly. Not that you weren't before. Well, no, I'm
okay.
just
So
I'm just
She
kidding.
was already a beautiful butterfly.
I agree.
So
I fully agree. Rand, you are a new face, a new butterfly, if you will.
Absolutely.
So what movies have you been in lately?
Well, okay. So I have recently had the honor.
The honor. Relax.
Not really.
Okay.
No, I haven't been in any movies. Sorry.
No movie. You could have lied. You could have lied. Just like I was in Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I couldn't think of anything that came out more recently.
Tom Holland and I kissed. It was wild.
I mean,
yeah, but he said he's like, but Erik is a better kisser.
whoa.
Yeah, me and Tom, we go way back.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
See you out there, Tom.
Whoa.
He's my Spider-Man.
Oh.
Just kidding. Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
So
is mine.
So what age? Oh God, never mind. What? So Andrew Garfield is y'all's Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
And what happened when Tom was cast? You guys just fell apart?
I thought he was cute, but then I was like, Andrew's better.
Because Andrew
Crazy he didn't get a third movie.
I think that's not off of the table according to some. I don't know. I'm not a huge inside Hollywood guy, but I think I saw something about that. Maybe it was clickbait. But so Andrew was probably kind of zaddy for you guys.
Whoa.
Because right, he's
Put
like
it down.
he's like
Don't
old.
do that.
He's like older
put it
than
down.
he's older than me. So like when you guys were kids and seeing him, you guys were just like, oh, look at that older man.
That's probably accurate.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
'Cause he
Not
wasn't-
the correct phrasing, but
How
you know.
How would you describe him?
I don't know, but not that. That was wild.
Not zaddy.
Sorry, Andrew. I think you're zaddy, bro. It's all
Whoa.
good. He listens to the podcast. I gotta cover my bases.
Okay. So no.
Okay.
Just a little thrown off by Zaddy.
Yeah, we would
Rand, we gotta. What is zaddy a bad word these
It's
days
just
now?
It's not a bad word. It's just
Okay.
cringy.
gross.
It's gross.
Yeah, that was
Ugh.
awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a zaddy button
I think
just to tell myself who I think
whoa,
I am.
okay. I think with the word zaddy, it
Mm-hmm.
was relevant at one point, but like any other trend, it died off.
Yeah, in 2 seconds. Sorry, I like to hold on to things for a little bit longer because I'm what you call a millennial.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Do you have a button for that?
It's called let's see. I don't know. We had some bad ones.
All right.
Millennials love Taco Bell.
Loved it.
Is it just millennials that like Taco Bell, or
Oh,
can
I
I
think-
like Taco Bell too?
No, you can't. You guys
All
like
right.
you guys like
I
Erewhon
fear-
strawberries and
No. I fear that every now and then I get like this monstrous appetite for a Taco Bell Crunchwrap, and all I can hear is the Taco Bell sound in my head. Yep, absolutely.
dude, let's get a sponsorship going with Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
You're welcome, Taco Bell.
What's your what's our Taco Bell orders go?
For me, Crunchwrap Supreme with the taco on the side. And
Regular or Doritos Locos?
I don't like the Doritos Locos tacos. I know. I like a very bad, disgusting, normal Taco Bell taco.
That's
They're so
fine.
awful, but
Do you
they're
put
so
any hot-
good.
do you put any of their hot sauce on there?
I put fire or Diablo sauce.
There we go. Good
Ooh.
job. Rand, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna feel super judged after saying this.
You already are.
So,
You have 10 seconds.
all right. So
I'm
my
just kidding. That's horrible.
No pressure. Go. You got it. You're doing great.
Welcome Rand to the studio, everybody.
sorry, I'm so giggly for my own
Just
good.
think of Andrew Garfield. Right?
Okay. So
Fixed.
my Taco Bell order is a Crunchwrap with no vegetables. Just the meat, cheese,
And the crunch
and the crunch.
and the tortilla. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's it.
You tell a person in real life that's
Yes.
taking your order, Crunchwrap no veggies.
Is there something wrong?
I'm just saying you say this in your real life.
That's
Well,
part of
I
the
don't.
crunch. The vegetables are part of the crunch.
Yeah, you're losing a lot of crunch there.
I normally go to drive-thrus with like my parents
Okay,
because
gotcha.
I don't have a. I mean, I have my license, but I don't have insurance.
No, you're good. You're good, dude. You're good. You do not have to defend yourself. I am just saying.
I'm defending myself.
What the hell
Feel
is this
judged.
order?
Wild.
My
Wild.
order?
Okay. So what else? What
Crazy
else?
work.
A Baja Blast.
Oh yeah.
Respectable.
Have y'all tried the dirty Baja Blast with like sweet cream in it?
That's
What is
probably a
that?
Gen Z nasty trend. What do you got?
It's just a Baja Blast with sweet cream.
Okay.
It's like Dreamsicle,
Oh.
but Baja Blast.
Yeah, but there's something about everybody's adding sweet cream to all the drinks, right? Like that's like a
I mean,
thing.
yeah, but like
we
it's
got that-
good.
We got that Sip City that's like
Oh
those,
my
those
god,
Mormon
I love
sisters
Sip
or whatever.
City so much.
I don't know what that is.
Fuck, dude. Are
What?
you a Sip City defender?
Oh, I'm scared.
Okay.
It is.
Do you work there?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I
Wait.
work at some other place that. Ugh, we're not gonna get into.
Yeah.
Um.
That was her cracking her knuckles, not anything else.
Murder. No.
I love Sip City. I went there once after I went to church, and I really love it.
Okay.
So
Sip
Okay.
City.
let's
Okay.
just, huh?
Perchance, if someone might answer. What's Sip City?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. It's literally just a couple of folks just scamming everybody full with
Hello?
with they're selling sodas with flavors added to them and charging like Starbucks prices for them.
Well, okay. I
Can
don't agree
I
with
rant about the
prices.
Starbucks cup sizes? I'm sorry. It makes me, like, Hannah can vouch for this. It
Okay.
makes me absolutely rage every single time because I'm like, what's the sizes again? And they're tall or small. What?
Okay.
Tall, grande, and venti.
This is an ancient. No, I'm not saying you're in the wrong, but this is an ancient battle that we will never win with Starbucks. They insist upon themselves because I know what you mean. It is bizarre that they've gone tall, grande,
Like the
venti,
tall
and then
is the
Trenta.
small. Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Oh.
Trenta.
And then
Lord.
what?
Trenta is the 30 ounce, is like the big one.
Uh-uh.
And
Is
the
that new?
No. I work. Okay, when I was
At least
y'all's
they know how to
age,
count.
when I was y'all's age,
Spanish.
I worked at a Starbucks inside of a Target.
Oh,
A Starget or
Ooh,
a Targux or something.
sorry.
And yeah, it's been, that battle's been going on since it was birthed. Starbucks was birthed in Seattle. Yeah, the tall. But like the thing is that you're talking about it, and that's all they care about. It's marketing.
I
Marketing.
fear you, Larry.
Mhm. But back to Sip City. It's
I don't know what you have against it.
It's-
Besides the high prices for flavoring.
yeah, dude.
So it's like you could make it at a lemonade stand.
My issue is like if it's going to be this experience of like, oh, it's a soft drink with some flavors added to them, then it better be one of those like old school diner soft drinks things like that they do at like the Dr. Pepper Museum where they're like scooping out the thing and like whipping it up and like spraying in the carbonation like separately, and they're like concocting a cocktail that is
Right.
not a cocktail.
So
but
like
they are
mad
literally
scientist this.
yes, but they are literally sitting and just like and just that's it. And like that's crazy.
Why do
To
you
me.
watch them work?
I've I live really close to them, so I was like, what do they do? I'm turning into such an old piece of shit that I was just like, what do they got in there? And like I was just like spying on them. Oh, I was like, what's moving into my neighborhood?
These kids these days with their Sip Cities.
Oh
and their
man!
Sip City.
And plus, it's run by these like Mormon sisters that like went to Baylor, and they have like this big U2 thing. So like part of it's jealousy, I'm sure, but like yeah, they
Ew. Okay, so nothing against that,
yeah.
but like, why?
Why what?
No, you said Mormon and it triggered the theater kid in me. So
Yeah, I mean that's. Hey, we could go down the Mormon rabbit hole. Rand,
hello.
what is your most powerful influence?
Music, definitely.
What specific? So are you bands, individual artists, or do you like, I don't know, classical music?
Give me a second. I like
Go on.
not like getting cut off, but it's okay.
bow.
I like this kind of music's fun. But I've recently. And his name is John C.
I could do this all day. I've got nowhere to be.
Ever since I did the production at MCC, I have
The production.
the
Guys
production.
and
Yes.
dolls? Okay, cool.
Ever since I did that production, I started realizing I am more of a theater kid than I thought I was.
Ew.
You know what?
Who would do that? Nuh-uh.
I don't want to hear it from either of you.
Disgusting.
Aw.
Okay.
So I started listening to more musical theater and found that I like a lot of musical theater.
Like what?
6, the musical.
Okay.
That one's pretty powerful.
The folks at home know I am no Rolodex of I couldn't tell you. So like I ask, tell me about 6.
It's about the 6 wives of Henry VIII, I do believe. Yeah.
Wow, nice. Cool. Okay.
And every single song is each queen talking about when they ruled and how they became unqueened, basically.
Dethroned.
Well, how they died, basically.
Oh, nice.
The first song literally says divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's how each of them ended their reign.
Divorced. Say those again. Divorced,
beheaded, died.
Divorced, beheaded. Divorced. Which one of those are you guys scared of the most?
Scared of divorce or beheaded or dying.
Yeah.
Surviving. I'm just kidding.
It's like, I'll take all 3.
Give me the to-go combo. Let's
I'm done with this world.
Absolutely.
See you later.
triple whammy right there. Go ahead.
I am more afraid of.
It's such a heavy question to ask a young person.
Beheading is crazy because you're just sitting there looking and you're like, oh, I can see it up there. Oh, here it comes. And then gone.
Or you could be
Crazy
like
work.
Marie Antoinette, who was face down. Or was she not face down? I
think
even
you're
remember how
always
she-
face down, but like peripherals, you know?
How
like
can you
seeing the
see something
guillotine?
that's behind your head?
It's like over you.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're
Riveting.
face
Interesting.
down and the thing is behind your head.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Rand.
Sir.
Whoa. Okay. We gotta get to. We know Naomi a little bit. Tell us just summarize yourself a little bit, and then tell us what you want to do moving forward as Rand, as your personality, as your being.
Being is wow.
Yeah.
Okay. To summarize myself, I'm not an out around the right people. I'm out there. Like I
Okay.
can be outgoing or I can be super. What is the word? What is that?
You're an
word?
introverted extrovert.
There we go. That one.
Because that's what I like. I can literally just be silent for years, and then the right environment, I'm the most obnoxious person in the room.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah.
See? Well, yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I'm an introverted extrovert.
Either
however,
way, yeah,
however
it all
you-
comes out in the sauce.
Yeah. But that's how I describe myself.
Nice.
And moving forward as Rand,
Yeah.
I don't think I will ever change. Ever.
Right, but okay, you'll never change. Interesting. I will reconvene and I will show you all of the ways you will change in in a
no.
year.
Time capsule.
When you come back and do the show again, and I'll just prove it to you. But it'll be awesome. But I'm glad you have confidence in yourself now. That's important, especially at your age. Now, you said you did your first production. What do you want to do? Now, don't take it too seriously because you are young. But if you could do anything moving forward with your life as you grow, what would it be?
Definitely break into the musical theater.
Okay.
I love doing MCC, the
Mhm.
production of Guys and Dolls, has made me just like ignited something in me. Being on stage with a mic and having to have this character that I have to play just kind of gave me that rush that I want to do it again. Like I felt sick backstage, but when I was on stage, I was right there. Boom. You know?
No, it's huge. So, okay, musical theater. it's a broad idea. Do you think, just spitballing, like it's a Broadway endeavor, or is it something? It's like I want to do it as my passion, as my hobby, in my spare time, locally, while I pursue something else. How do you see it?
I have talked about with my boyfriend, who's also an actor.
Oh.
I've talked about like, what if I do get on Broadway one day?
Right.
Audition and boom, I'm on Broadway, you know? And I've talked about being on Broadway. I've joked about being on Broadway, but I don't think that will ever happen. I don't have that much confidence.
We'll see. Whoa. But you haven't tried yet.
I haven't.
We're not there yet.
I'm still young.
But this is just us talking hypotheticals, you know.
True.
And so, you know, we can dive into the most fun part of the hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to cast yourself now, what do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as the ingenue? Do you see yourself as comedic relief? Do you see yourself as dancer ensemble? How do you visualize yourself as a performer?
I think that I could. I pulled off ensemble and Hotbox Girl for Guys and Dolls.
Nice.
So that was pretty fun, getting to dance with the rest of the ensemble.
And you were punching above your weight class because you were in high school at the time, and like you were not like in the running. You were plucked and chosen. So
I was chosen. My choir teacher walked up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to do Guys and Dolls? We need another Hotbox Girl." And I was like, "I'll take it."
Yeah.
And I stuck with it, and now I'm happy. And
that's really cool.
I love musical theater.
Now we're looking at colleges and stuff. What are we thinking?
MCC, definitely.
Okay, sick. Okay. But yeah, okay, so what skills do you really want to learn?
Acting. I can't act. I can sing.
Okay.
And I can perform a character while I'm singing, but I cannot act for the life of me.
Yeah. It's about being in the moment. Naomi, what the hell?
What?
Why did
acting?
That's how it goes. That was the bit.
But seriously, like it's so fun. I think acting is really fun. Like because it's so this is so dumb. But like it's so like pure and in the moment. You gotta feel it. All of that is fucking true. Like it's just it's so true. And a lot of the times the most honest thing is the funny thing, and people, what makes a good actor is like they're not scared of it, and you have to release your ego. You have to be able to look foolish. It's like the best actors are. It's not about the glam and all of the fun, good looking stuff that happens on the red carpet. Like that happens off the whatever. But, yeah, being not afraid of just releasing yourself to something is so much fun. And that's a big difference between musical theater. Musical theater is very, we're putting on a show and it's got to be bright lights and everybody's got to look good and everybody's going to be like, pop. There's a big difference. But those shows that can thread the needle are very, very fun, where there's good acting, good, showmanship, all of that stuff. But that's interesting.
Yeah. Crazy story. I go to China Spring.
Okay.
And it's so fun. And for the first time that I ever performed a solo on stage with my sound check, show choir. That's, for lack of better words, it's a show choir. I performed a solo, and it was really good. It was Blue Christmas by Elvis, and I did it in a C something key.
Nice. Okay.
think.
Interesting. It's all whatever to me. Like it could be anything.
It could be anything. And I remember one of the theater kids who was also in choir came up to me and begged me to join the fall production for my senior year.
Okay.
And I was going in to like auditions, and I had the paper, I had it all filled out. I was so ready. I was going to be part of the cast, and then I got in there and asked one question to my boyfriend, who wasn't my boyfriend at the time. But
Oh, whoa.
He was yeah,
Oh my God.
crazy.
Whoa.
I asked him some question. I put the paper. No, I didn't put the paper down. Paper. Oh my gosh.
Papal, it's all good. We all know what papal is.
I was gonna set it down, and then I didn't. I took it back. I was like, "Does anybody have a pen?" I crossed off that I wanted to be part of the cast and put that I wanted to be part of the crew. Then I set the paper down and I left. I gave up. And that was the biggest regret, I think, in high school,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like if I would have been part of that, what was it? A play? I think it was a play. Was it a play or a musical? I don't really remember. I didn't go see it. So that was one of my biggest regrets. And then when my music director walked up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to do Guys and Dolls? It's a musical and it's with MCC." I was like, "Absolutely, sign me up. Do I
Yeah.
have to audition?" And then he was like, "Nope, you're just in."
Nice.
And I was thrown in, and I felt so welcomed by Naomi here.
Good. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, just a tiny note. Yeah, that stuff, that the high school stuff, the high school little regrets and whatever, none of it fucking matters. Like I'm just telling
matters.
you, like none of it matters. Like it's all garbage. And so what it means a lot to you now because you're young. So as it only matters what you do moving forward. Like oh what? And then you just go forward. Just don't get hung up on the past or like what it like oh could have should have. But like it's perfect that it worked out and that you took advantage of the next thing and then boom, there you go. Okay.
I did the same thing with one act this year as well. I had the paper all filled out. And then my mom was like, "Hey, reality check. You are starting a new job and can't do this." I was like, "That's right. I can't do this." So I went with the job and not one act, and I regretted every part of it.
Right. But that sucks. But you just move forward. Like you have this insane experience and now you can create a bunch more. It's never too late.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I plan on doing theater in college as well with MCC.
Good.
I'm not giving that up. I
Good
love you guys.
Did you have, we'll start with Naomi on this one. Did you have a childhood obsession?
Oh. My childhood obsession was stealing my brother's toys. I was very much a tomboy when I was really little, and my family would get me like kind of girly toys, and my brother would get like jungle gym sets and action figures and
I
all
got
that, and
that.
I would steal them from him and make him play with my dolls. And
Whoa.
then
This was your childhood obsession?
yes,
All
it
right.
was really bad. I would always steal his stuff. But here's where the funny part comes in, is that my obsession turned into Barbie dolls
Mhm.
because I was in daycare and I decided to do a social experiment. It's
Okay.
really funny every time I explain because
All
Yes,
right.
please
there was this
explain.
girl and she was really rich and she was like, one day she just got into
We
it with
pushed her
me.
down a flight of stairs. Go on.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. She got into it with me. She was like, no one wants to be your friend, and that's why no one ever plays with you, and that's why they all want to play with me. And I'm like, no one wants to play with you. You just
Bitch.
have toys because you're rich. And she was like, that's not true. So then I went home and I was like, Mom, can I get the new Barbie doll that this girl has? And she was like, okay, you don't even like Barbie dolls. And I'm like, yeah, but you keep getting them. She's like, good point. I'll get you one. And so I got the Barbie doll and I brought it to school, and then no one played with her and they all played with me. So every time a new Barbie doll came out, I would beg for the Barbie doll so I could bring it to school and give it to them. And I wouldn't even play with them.
Gosh.
I would go and give them my dolls and then go to the block center. And so that became my new obsession, was getting all of the new like girly toys that I could give to the girls in my class so they wouldn't have to play with a bully.
The rich girl.
Whoa.
Yeah. True
Gross.
story. And it's actually awful because I was in daycare and I did a social experiment.
Crazy.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, my obsession was like collecting essentially like Barbie dolls. And I had like every Barbie doll.
you were mean girlsing everyone with your
Girlsing.
Yeah, but like
with your dolls.
in the sense of like she was always mean to them, and then she would be like, they're my friends, not yours. And I'm like, they're not your friends. They want your toys.
Oh yeah.
We hate you.
They're
We just
pretending.
want your
Sorry.
toys.
And then they didn't play with her after. So I was like,
It's very similar to the Lilo and Stitch, like just like 30-second scene of them
Yeah.
like, with the dolls, and she's got like the fucked up one, and then like they have like the nice one, and they're just like, are you guys playing dolls or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Lilo's
that
so
was
real though.
awful.
It's so funny.
I hated that scene.
But in that story, Naomi, you're the mean one.
You are.
Yes, but they didn't have to play with a bully anymore.
Right. No, that's
and
true.
she was the bully. So I did
That's
kind of
true.
mean girl.
So you were Lilo at first.
I did in fact become
kind
the
of.
lead plastic after that.
Got it. Yeah. For sure.
Don't make me spit out my water, Naomi.
But like, but they didn't have to play with a bully. So they're welcome.
Mhm.
Okay, but like you.
And she became nicer the year after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
And it was like, I didn't even really care about it. I would go and play it. I did get like low-key hate crimed one time for being in the block center. This kid came up to me and he came up to me and he was like, you don't belong here. You should go and play house in the home center. And I was like, I'm gonna play in the
my
block center.
God.
I want to build. Get out of my face. That's why you have like this red mark around your lips, because they're dry. Ugly. Sorry. Like, because it was just like, what was the reason for you to come up to me and say that?
His
You remember-
lips hurt. His lips hurt so bad.
Because he was probably like one of those kids, you know?
How do you remember daycare?
I very vividly, actually. That was a really strange
It was
and
only
amazing
like
school.
10 years ago for you guys. How long ago was it?
Like 15 question mark?
Okay, yeah. That's so many more than 10.
Yeah, it is. Give me my
That's
5
so
years.
many more than 10.
Give me my 5 years. Anyways, so yeah, my obsession was like boy toys, and then it became Barbie dolls, and I had every single
Barbie
doll.
dolls.
Nice.
She wanted. No, her
I
obsession.
had like this big like Barbie dream house too, and I had 2 other doll houses.
Wait,
Did-
okay.
Did you ever make them do anything weird?
What?
Whoa.
I'm just asking.
Why did he say, Chad?
I mean, well,
Why did he say it like that?
What's the weirdest thing you ever made your dolls do? Mine, they would hold council. It doesn't have to be that kind of weird, Naomi, but they would hold council. They would discuss my Barbies. They would discuss things, and it would lead up to an enormous battle sequence, but like the drama between, the G.I. Joe and the Transformers, like it just was so.
Oh my gosh.
It was intense.
Absolutely. I bet
Yeah.
it
I think
was.
some of my Barbies jumped off a couple of pretty high things.
You made them
What?
commit unaliving themselves.
Well, they
Suicide.
didn't die. That was part of the story.
Oh yeah, they just landed on their.
Actually, I
Rand,
did
what's
have.
your?
I did have some Barbie dolls whose like legs snapped in weird ways. So like they would be like,
They would
Yeah.
be on the ground like.
Yeah, because I knew a bunch of I knew a bunch of girls that like I've heard a lot of girls like they would shave their heads and rip off their heads and do like
yeah, I probably
put them
did
on
that.
spikes.
Oh, I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, you never did that.
No.
No. I think
They were mostly for my friends.
You never melted them or
Why?
I might have
I mean,
accidentally I tried to
Millennials
like
didn't have much
make
to do.
Barbie hair, straighten Barbie hair, and like melted the hair off. I've definitely done that.
Okay.
I think I would chew off their hands because I like needed something to
See,
chew on.
that's what I'm looking for right here.
Yeah.
We're chewing off hands.
I didn't even
There we
like
go.
Barbie dolls that much. I just had them.
You were using them as a status symbol to attack your peers,
Maybe
to attack a child.
slightly, but not on purpose. She was mean. She had it coming.
Sounds like it.
And then I would also like act out my situation with because I had Barbies at my dad's growing up
Okay.
and little at my mom's, but I would act out like my situation where it was just like a mom who takes care of the kids, and then they would go over to the dad's and takes care of the kids, and then back.
So
over
you would
to-
have them do like a family, like that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's intense.
Yes, mine's.
it was.
And then you would
awful.
chew their hands off.
Oh,
Yes!
Wow.
Did you not hear me?
Lovely.
Okay, I don't
That's
know
awesome.
why.
I think I'm a
just-
normal kid. No.
All right. Normal is buying the brand new Barbie just so that people would play with your Barbie and you go play with blocks. Okay.
Yeah.
I do know what you're, but I do know what you're saying. But for you to have that that intuition, that cunning, mind at such an early age
no,
is pretty awesome.
My social awareness in daycare and kindergarten
Yeah.
was kind of crazy. Like, oh,
Sounds
there was
crazy.
I don't even.
Did
we'll
you
get
wanna-
into it later.
Did you
but-
want to be in charge?
No, not really. Not in charge.
You just want to be liked.
I did want to control situations,
yeah.
but
Wow.
like not necessarily be in charge of them. I just wanted them to be like right.
I wanted
Yeah,
to-
which is just
Right.
code for it's my way, or I'm gonna rip your Barbies in half.
Maybe slightly. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I was kind of a weird kid. Because it would be like I would control the situation and then I'd like completely like ignore it after. Like I'd be like, great, it's fixed. I'm gonna go over here and do my thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you wanted to fix the problem.
well, because I didn't actually like playing with people, but I liked having friends.
All right.
So Randy, you said you did what you were doing with your dolls, but what was your obsession?
How far back can I go with obsession?
I guess the womb. I don't know.
Oh,
It can be. I mean, what
Can
do
I
you
go
got?
like middle school?
I don't get where. Yeah, childhood obsession. Period.
That fits.
Period. Question mark.
Period question mark. So growing up, I wasn't allowed to read any Harry Potter books.
I know all about this. Not me, but I would. So many people around me had that problem, and I was just like, "You guys
Y'all are missing out.
are pussies." But anyways, go on. But but yes. So you weren't allowed.
I wasn't allowed
Yeah.
until the 8th grade when my stepmom was cleaning out, I think her house and my brother's room because he had moved out. And she came across the first 3 Harry Potter books. She gave me those. And I was like, okay, let me start this new book. I read the first book and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
And then I read the second book and then I read the third book. Now, the funny thing is, I didn't realize this at one point, but I had already watched the second and third Harry Potter movies before even knowing what they were.
That's fair.
So I was just confused in the middle of the story. I was like, who's
I
Voldemort?
was like, wait, I've seen this.
I've seen
Or,
this.
I've seen this.
I used to
It's in
fall
my brain.
asleep to this all the time, and I would watch them back to back, and I didn't know. And then 8th grade, I watched all of the movies. I read all of the books, and I finished it in sophomore year. I finished all of the books
So you're saying Harry Potter was your obsession?
for like 3 years.
You're right, but okay. But you weren't allowed to read them.
It like when I was
Before
young,
that. Okay.
like 6th grade and under.
was it like Satanic Panic?
I think so. I
how
really
mine
do
is.
believe.
If you read these books,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be a heathen.
This
You're going to hell.
No, my mom.
All of yous are going to hell
I
if you
wasn't
read
allowed
Harry
to
Potter.
watch like Twilight because my mom would see us like pretending to be wolves and be like, "Oh, they're catching.
They're
demons."
sucking each other's blood. There's
Love you, Mom.
vampires. They're sucking on each other's necks.
The funny thing is, I lost it. Oh my gosh.
The
Good night.
funny thing is not is like how prevalent it was. Just like
Oh, I got it.
there was just something spreading around all of like the South. I don't know, Bible Belt, whatever. Just like, do not let your kids read Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh man. And now like that's interesting because like now the alt-right is like embracing her because of her views. It's crazy.
It's crazy. But I once got grounded from my stepdad moved in. He had all of the Harry Potter movies, and I got grounded from them because they're too demonic.
Yeah.
And I had a whole ass lecture as to why I got grounded from them. And I
Sure.
had, over the next couple of months, I begged my mom to give them back.
That's so crazy, dude. Oh my gosh.
I hated every second of it
Wow.
because I loved those movies.
So, oh man. Is there anything else that you guys were not? So you said Harry Potter, Twilight. What else was just like, do not, it will ruin your life. Was there anything else? Because I did not experience any of that. I could have done whatever
How?
I wanted.
Oh my, it's probably just the millennial, like.
No. I was an anomaly among a lot of people, especially because I went to China Spring too. Like it was just,
Ew.
it was what?
I said ew.
I know, disgusting. But it was just our circumstances, and like essentially my mom was just like, yeah, just do whatever makes you happy. Sorry, this is how things are. Just do whatever you want. I was like, all right.
All right.
But yeah, that's so funny. But anything else besides Harry Potter and Twilight?
I don't think so.
For a little bit of time, wow. For a little bit, I was not able to watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And it's all the magic, right?
It's all the magic.
That's awesome.
Because if we would ever like be like playing pretend and we even like for 1 second be like, abracadabra.
Did you-
Nope, gone.
Did you ever have to like replace the word magic with something else? Because I've experienced,
No.
I've been with
it wasn't
people
allowed.
where they were like, do not say the word magic. If you're going to say magic, replace it with the word miracle, because that's what Jesus does.
Aw.
Miracles,
Whoa.
not magic. And
We couldn't say luck.
I thought that was hilarious. Luck?
Luck.
Why?
We're not allowed to because
It's
there's
too
no
Irish.
luck. Well,
it's just too Irish.
no, we just weren't allowed to have luck because like it's not luck, it's God's grace.
Oh, yeah. No.
Holy shit.
My mom's, there's no
Love you,
such
Mom.
thing as karma. It's just God's will.
There's no karma. It's
Whoa.
God's will.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. That's that.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid.
Dude, we're in the no SpongeBob camp. I
Okay, I
wasn't
got
not
kicked
allowed.
off
I
of
just
SpongeBob
couldn't.
for a little bit.
Kicked off?
Yeah, because we were allowed to watch it like as kids when it was like good, and then it became like how it is now, and then we weren't allowed to watch it for a while because it was like slightly inappropriate.
Because SpongeBob is gay now.
Well,
That's their problem.
what?
No.
Yeah, they think like people are just like, oh no, SpongeBob is gay, and I,
mean-
don't want my kids to see a gay sponge.
Whoa. When did that happen?
I don't know.
When did
I
that
don't know.
accusation
It was
pop
always
up?
like a little bit there. Not gonna lie. Come on now.
Him and Patrick are.
Oh, okay.
fairly close.
Yeah.
So there was one episode he's like, bye Squidward, bye Mr. Krabs, bye so bye Squidward. And they were like, you said Squidward's eyes. I like Squidward.
So he was always just a little bit zesty.
A little bit. Yeah.
I mean, SpongeBob has so many interests. But anyways, so what is your? Let's move on. Morosos or DeCamplis?
Who?
Okay, these are
Gesundheit.
these are Italian restaurants in Waco. Have you ever been to either of them?
No.
No.
Morosos or DeCamplis? Just
Olive Garden.
Just pick. Oh yeah, or the third is Olive Garden, the chain. Just pick one.
I don't know. I've heard Morosos is good.
Okay.
What were the names?
Morosos and DeCampleys.
Oh, okay. Morosos.
There we go. We got it. That's all we needed to know.
All right.
cool.
If a celebrity walked through that door and said, "Drop everything, you're with me now," and
Yes.
you said yes, who would that be?
Oh.
Just pick your top.
Oh, I can't.
You're with me now.
There's
You have to drop everything.
Wait,
your
there's
entire
like
life.
relationship-wise? or
Yes,
like-
whatever. That's the thing.
at
It's
least
essentially
10
an
that I would
abduction.
go with in a heartbeat. No questions asked.
Good
Okay,
Lord.
just name them.
But that's like
God.
at least like off the top of my head, probably.
Okay.
Zendaya, absolutely. Michael B. Jordan, yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
All right.
Wait, who else? I can't even think anymore.
I mean,
Michelle Rodriguez.
It's what. Sure. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Got distracted. Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. SZA.
Hello?
I'm trying to think of like not just my most current ones too.
Rand, what about you?
Yeah.
One of them. Okay, can it be like a character from like a series? or
Absolutely.
something?
You can
Fred
interpret.
Weasley from Harry Potter.
Okay.
It is an obsession, chat.
Which one is the one that dies?
Fred.
Okay, gotcha. Fred dies.
I
That's
was
awesome.
obsessed with him for like the 3 years. That's the reason I watched the Harry Potter movies. Is just for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you liked the actor? The actors?
Yeah.
What if in the new series?
No.
What if
There's a
you?
new series.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be on HBO. What if he's ugly?
I will hate him forever.
Oh.
Because he's just not conventionally attractive at first, and then they all kind of glow up because they all have
Yeah.
tons of money, but like
Tons.
tons of money.
Must
Tons.
be nice.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, they've got plenty of Barbies to lord over their friends.
All right.
Okay, Rand, do you have an impression? Let me start this over. Rand, what is
Yes.
your worst impression?
Well, I can do a really good British accent.
All right, let's
I
hear it.
know as soon
Here we
as my
go.
boyfriend sees this, he's going to name me a colonizer, but it's fine.
What?
Colonizer.
Yes.
Wild.
He dogs on one of our British friends for it, and and it's not funny. She eats beans on toast. I hope you know this.
I hope you know this.
I just
Shall we do the whole rest of the episode?
absolutely.
With British accents? I can't do one. I can't do it. How do you do it?
You got it. Thank you, Rand. Thank you. Applause.
Give me something easy to
course.
say.
Okay. Say my Barbie is more expensive than yours. Barbie. There you go. Shrimp. That's
That's
Australian.
not.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
Okay, we're mixing.
That.
Let's do. Oh man, let's do some. Let's just do some lines from Harry Potter's. Ron, no.
Not you. Not Hermione.
Hermione.
No,
You.
wait, not me.
Not me.
Not
Not Hermione. You.
You.
What's
you
the
go.
one that she's like,
No.
I'm going to go and find something
Oh,
before you get us.
Okay,
Thrown
it's
out.
Well, I'm going to bed because neither of you.
There we
wait,
go.
Wait,
almost
hold
had
on.
it.
Before either of you,
Get us killed. Or worse, expelled.
Expelled. Yeah,
and then
there you go.
Ron's like, she needs to sort out her
Yeah, and
priorities.
he's really dropping consonants there. He's like, sort out her priorities. Like, it's like,
priorities. And then the way that he would say Hermione it was just Hermione.
Yeah.
No. It was
It's
so funny.
Leviosa.
not Leviosa.
There you go.
I could. What is it?
No post on Sundays.
Draco, his young red hair and a hand-me-down robe.
And there you go. Nice.
You must be a Weasley. You don't want to go making with the wrong sword. I can help you there.
There you go. Oh my god, you had the whole thing. Okay. Draco picks up the little like thing that Neville drops, and he's like, should have given this a squeeze. Then he might have not have fallen as far us.
I feel like I just walked into a cult.
Oh yeah, dude, it is a cult. This is why they said, don't read the books. You'll turn out.
I'm not
like
gonna
me.
lie. I did try to watch it, and I never got through it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Did you read the books ever?
No.
Oh! First
I wasn't allowed.
First the Barbies,
Loser.
now this.
Okay.
Okay, wait. That's fine. That's fine.
It didn't feel fine.
It's fine. No, like here's the thing. Here. My take is that's fine. What is your Harry Potter?
I have read and watched all of the Divergent movies and books like a million times.
Okay.
So probably that one.
Were those movies any good?
I love the movie.
I'm just asking.
No,
Whoa,
you're
holy
good.
shit! I'm just.
Well, no, because it's such a big thing where people are like, oh, the movies were not nearly as good as the books, which always happens.
Yeah.
So like, guys, let's leave Divergent alone. I am
Okay.
mad at them though because they were supposed to make. So the last movie, Allegiant, they were supposed to split it in half and make an Allegiant Part 1 and an Allegiant Part 2. They didn't. So like the last half of the movie was never complete, or the last half of the book was never complete in the movie.
Okay.
Like they
Never
ended
get it
it
back.
well enough that it's like it's fine, but like
Yeah.
anyone who's read the books knows like that's not the ending.
Crazy.
It's not that much more, but like
Got it. And what the hell is it about?
um
Like
It's-
I'm just like
it's really good actually.
because I get that confused with the Maze movie.
Maze Runner,
Yeah, I'm
they're
just
kind of similar, not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
It's all about mazes.
Maze Runner is about how like this disease came about and like destroyed the world, and so they started testing the next generation to see like who was immune and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were putting them through trials in a maze to like study them and all. And the main
think I heard
character,
about that.
yeah,
Wow.
the main character Thomas comes and he's kind of like this like, you know, the solution to the problem. He gets them out of the maze and stuff. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
The Maze Runner is pretty good. I've never read the books, but I have all the movies and I love them.
Awesome.
They're very good.
Okay. Do either of you have any scary stories, ghost stories, encounters with aliens that you need to share with me?
Wait, so I, not personally, but I do have one for my boyfriend.
Okay.
So my boyfriend.
Were you there for this?
No.
So
But
this
he
is
told me about this.
Third hand. Okay, go on.
But he
Second
told
hand.
me about this. And I'm probably going to get some of the details wrong. And I'm sorry, babe, if
That's
you're
fine.
watching.
Just make them even
I'm just kidding.
more.
What?
Just really exaggerate whatever
Yeah.
happened.
I got it. I can
And
so
I
give you
started
exaggeration.
flying.
Yeah, no, seriously.
He was told that something was haunted or somebody had died on a bicycle in the woods, and he was at his friend's house.
I mean, that's
No, it was in the woods, and it was on a guy's trip for theater. And they
Okay.
went out to the woods after being told a ghost story about a girl whose bike, she died on her bike in the middle of the woods.
guys trip theater in the woods. Somebody's getting kissed, but go on.
I think somebody did.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, makes sense.
and then I think what he said was that he heard laughter. And for the next 3 weeks, he heard that a laughing girl wherever he went. And he believed in that sort of stuff for the still
That
to
sort
this
of
day.
stuff.
That
Okay.
sort of stuff.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
So
The paranormal. Thank you very much.
Paranormal.
But no sightings. Just
No
hearing the
sightings.
voice?
Just hearing the voice.
Hmm.
And they spotted a bike as well.
Hmm.
Don't be scared.
No, stop.
Sorry.
Who was that?
All right. No.
I think she's here right now.
I don't like that.
All right, we're bringing in the ghost from the bicycle right now.
Welcome, Miss Ghost Bike.
That's the laugh. That's the one here.
I'm actually getting chills.
Oh man, Naomi, did we do scary stories with you and Hayden?
We did. I don't really have any like paranormal activity. Mine was about how my school was like low key built on the, on an abandoned.
That's right.
Yeah,
I watched that episode. I don't remember it though.
it was really pretty.
That's
The
awesome.
cemetery up on the hill, that was really
Oh
cute.
yeah, I remember that one. I remember that.
But no, so neither of you know aliens.
No, I don't think so.
No.
How do you feel about aliens?
I don't know.
No comment.
I don't think I have any like. I'm like, if they're out there, they're out there. If they're not, they're not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come visit us, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they're I think they're here.
Here,
I
like
think
now.
I
They
think
walk
they're-
among us?
I think they're.
Oh.
just like rip off my skins.
Guys, I think
I don't feel so.
It would be awesome. Okay, don't name any names.
not naming.
Just do not name any names. But do you think
Yes.
that someone in your life
Yes.
could be an alien in a skin
There's
suit?
a couple of people that I
I'm
hope are
just
aliens
saying,
because I'm like, dang, you're weird.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
So,
I hope you're some sort of monster because this doesn't make any sense.
Right?
This
It's
person's
not
like
adding up.
supernaturally smart, and I don't
Oh,
understand
that's what
it.
I meant.
wait,
Is-
what?
She was like, this person's so smart. I'm like, that's what I meant.
right.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I know a lot of other weird people, like weird people, but I
Right.
know a lot
And
of
weird
smart,
is
weird
bad.
people.
No.
I'm not saying that
Weirdo-
it's bad.
Weirdos
You're
are just bad.
unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I think they're among us. For sure. I
Sorry.
think they're nice, maybe, or they're like in control of the.
The aliens are the people who decide to eat at Olive Garden. That's who they are.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why would they? I mean, that makes sense. They're like, okay, so this place was like for the longest running, most successful like food chain. And so it's like, so if we're gonna blend in, we're gonna eat at Olive Garden. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
I could make a
unfortunately for
conspiracy
me.
out of that. Sure.
I think some of them also go to my job.
There was like this sweet old couple who came, and the lady was like, I got to tell you something, Lal. Like, listen to me. There is going to be a black hole that's going to come near Earth. Like, whatever you do, don't look at it. If you look at it, you will get sucked into it
Oh
forever, and you will
my
never be able to
God.
get out of there. I was like,
She took time out of her day to tell you this.
yeah.
That's awesome.
She's an
Yeah.
alien.
Or no.
It was so
Unfortunately,
sweet.
that is the sign of a real human being.
Yeah.
The aliens.
Sorry.
The aliens you would never know. Like
Yeah,
they would be like
not say anything about
until
space.
they
They'd
like,
be like, I'm an Earthling.
until they're just like, I can't reach the the light switch, and they just like flick a tip. And then it's like now
that?
now we're a little confused.
They just wipe your memory.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What if they have done stuff in front of us, but just like wiped our memories?
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Well,
I really hope I could get some of those memories
I
back
fear
because
that-
I want to see what they did to me.
oh.
I want to know what happened.
Oh man. Okay. Anything that you guys want to share before we wrap things up? Anything that we missed?
I hate my job as well.
Oh,
Are we revealing what your job? I don't know what your
Yeah.
job is. You can say it.
I work at Billy Bob's Burgers in China Springs.
Oh, cool.
So cool.
Awesome. Okay, fun.
It's great. I like the environment that they try to create.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them come in more negative than others.
Those are the real people, not the aliens.
Yes. And some of them come in all positive and cheery. And
Aliens.
absolutely. We have problems with like politics being brought up a lot. Oh my gosh. And
Oh.
race and gender and a lot of stuff.
That's
goes
awesome.
down there,
Just a
and it's a joyride, man.
Joyride.
I'm
like
trying to quit. I need to find a new job first.
Take it. Obviously, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But what I've learned is that everything that you're going through, because remember, you're both young.
Yeah.
Like everything that you're doing, especially when you're just like, oh, these people are negative. You can farm that experience and like create something with it later. Because even though it was a negative experience, you can be like, oh man, that thing that influenced me, like that was crazy. And so part of that, it makes me weirdly thankful that I was born here, but kind of at the same time, it's like, it's a struggle. But but it molded me into this like contrarian to the ones that are around me, but also like I also fit in a lot of ways, and it's
For sure.
there's a lot of nuance there, and I think it does. A lot of that negativity, it does hurt if it's the extreme kind or the really wrong kind. But yeah, take it, digest it, and make it into something positive.
I mean, I try to look at the positive side every time I go into work. I'm like, I'm working with my older brother. I'm okay. Like he's not gonna let anything happen to me.
Sure.
There have been some.
I look at the
Stuff.
positive dollar sign side.
Absolutely. I get paid $10 an hour, and I'm pretty happy about that.
I don't get paid hourly, so if someone decides to stiff me, I get no money.
Oh my gosh.
We get like $2.50 an hour.
But they still have to meet minimum wage requirements, whether they stiff you or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing.
But
against
that's not great.
Some people will
minimum
have
wage
like
sucks.
Some people will have like because like when you're a waitress, you get mostly tips. Like that's most of your pay.
Yes.
And so sometimes people will have, this happened to me, like I think today, somebody had like a $50 check or no, it was like 46. It was 46 and they gave me $50 and they were like, you keep that change. And I was
oh my gosh.
thanks
yeah.
for your $4.
I need your measly $4.
I'm going to go buy myself something very nice.
As you learn.
Candy.
As you learn in your travels through college, really start to understand that, like, unfortunately, people are going to be like, Eric's so stupid. But
I will beat those people up.
Olive Garden should be paying you your wage. It is bizarre, the tipping culture in America. Now, I'm going to tip well at a restaurant because, like, I understand, like, that's our society and how it works. But it is your employer's job to make sure that you are paid. But it is a very interesting way that American capitalism and restaurants have always been able to put the blame on the customer to pay your wage.
Yeah,
And not
this is true.
the
This is fair.
restaurant. But, it's just it's something that we've lived it. But now it's permeating through all of these other industries. Like everybody asks for it to click the tip thing at the end of whatever transaction.
For me,
So it's it's interesting.
I will always be happy with 10%. Like,
right.
that's fine for me. So like if someone spends like $20, like if you don't tip me that much, like I get it. You didn't spend that much money.
Yeah.
But it is like I am walking back and forth and like lifting heavy trays and getting your food
No,
and
for
like
sure. You were
doing my best to
that's
be
the
nice customer service.
Agreed.
Like,
And you're needed. That's the thing, is that, my view, and we can get real, I could do this all day, about workers' rights and everything. That's a big thing that I give a shit about. So, if you are needed as a worker, if you are needed on the ground with whatever you're doing, you should be paid. Like, I don't, like, that's not. And
Should you? I'm kidding.
And so, we went through this, we went through a pandemic where people that worked in the food industry were considered essential, but they are not getting paid an essential worker's wage.
Yeah.
And I think that's bullshit that we've been fed.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are like, click. But yeah, so I could do that all because
It's weird though
a
because
big
different
union guy.
chains will even if you're getting your tips, they will pay their servers like 10 an hour. So
but we'll talk off the pod about
Sorry,
what
Olive
you need
Garden.
to be doing. No, don't worry. I'm gonna cut the part that makes it look like you're exposing them.
I love my job.
Yeah. So, but anyways, is there anything else that you guys want to share before we wrap things up? You guys were both great.
thanks.
Really?
Yes.
Aww.
Thank you so much for sharing your time here
I
today.
am so excited.
But again, Rand, I think it's very interesting that you started off the pod. You were like, I'm not going to change. I am who I am. And I think that's hilarious because we're going to do another episode. Even if we do it in a couple months or a year, you will be totally different.
I probably will.
And you will be like, oh.
You remember when I said this? Yeah.
Forget it. LOL.
I look back and laugh.
Yes.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Again.
Any crazy plans for the summer?
Clubbing every night. No, I'm just kidding.
I have one big thing. My graduation present is going to Universal Studios for the very first time.
Oh, wow.
That's exciting.
Fun.
So excited.
That'll
And
be fun.
hopefully being able to spend a lot of time with my boyfriend because he is unfortunately moving 2 hours away for college.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I won't be able to spend a lot of time with him.
I don't have
Good.
one.
So you're on the market?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Naomi's on
Well,
the market, everybody.
I mean, guys, come on.
Hey.
She's cute and fun.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Hit that like, subscribe button, everything, all that good stuff.
Do all the good things.
Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to
Like and
mark your calendars for September 13th, the first Worst Impressions Live at PAC Waco, the Performing Arts Center on Austin Avenue. The tickets, they're in the links. I put them in the show notes every time on my link tree. Yeah, it's $10. It's going to be a night. It's not going to be just a traditional me sitting down. It's going to be a lot of different things. It will be a full show that I will be constructing between now and then. And I have already begun the process. And I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to get my name out there a little bit more with like live performing my own material with the help of a few people, Mitchell Voorhees, Jennifer Ringer. It's going to be awesome. And we already have our first surprise guest lined up. And it's going to be an earth melter.
Wow.
I'm sorry?
An earth melter.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Or
You just needed to say it
A
again.
Barbie hand eater.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Hey, whoa.
It's a magic over miracles. It's gonna be awesome.
It's Naomi buying the newest Barbie
No.
doll.
You don't have to. Okay, I was a weird kid. I get it.
So weird.
So
Weird. Everybody's so weird when they're young. It's like crazy.
It's really crazy.
I was
Oh my God.
disgusting as a toddler.
disgusting.
I was so gross.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about myself.
Oh, wait.
Jen?
Like, genuinely?
What?
Like,
What,
genuinely.
like how so?
Did you say Jen? Like Jen?
Jen.
Meaning that?
Like Jen. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a thing? God, this generation.
Yeah, that's
So yes,
so Jen.
I was disgusting. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets, and good night.
I see you have chosen the right path. Henceforth, you will be known as a WIMP. Welcome to the Worst Impressions Podcast. There's something strange in here. What's the deal with WIMP?